What's up, guys? So the Windows 11 beta channel is just released on Windows Insider, and I just wanted to share a few tips because I've been watching people trying out the developer channel, developer build, and posting their thoughts and issues with the Windows 11, trying it out. And there's been people saying they've been having driver issues, their drivers getting erased and replaced with Windows drivers, things like that. And I want to say that most of it is user error because the same thing that's happened to people on Windows 11 can happen to people on Windows 10, and it's to do with having Windows 10 automatic driver updates enabled and then installing an optional or a newer, uh, for example, Radeon driver over the top. And then if it detects that the certified driver is missing, it'll reinstall it. And the way that you can work around that is simply go to Start, type Advanced System Settings. Under here, go to Hardware, Device Installation Settings, and check that to No. And when I did that, I already had that from my Windows 10 install. When I installed Windows 11 Beta, it didn't try to erase anything. I'm still on the same exact Radeon driver, and it's one of the optional updates too. It's 21.7.2, and this is on Windows 11 2.1H2, the beta preview. So just sharing that so that nobody runs into the same problem. You know how to counteract it. And as long as you set that, you'll have no issues. And other than that, everything went smooth. It was just an update over the top of my Windows 10 install. The only things noticeable when I got to the desktop were that the Windows taskbar was moved to the middle, the task icons in the start menu, and that's under right-click, taskbar settings, taskbar, and then taskbar behavior. You can set that back to the left if you're used to it. And the other thing is the notification area has been renamed to corner overflow, kind of weird. And because there's no more master switch, which is also a step backwards, I don't know why they would do that. Being there's no more master switch, everything, all the individual icons were disabled like this. And as you can see, it hides them. And if you don't already know, anything running in your notification tray counts as a background app. So these apps are actually running, and these notification icons are the shortcuts to open the running apps. So that's why I like to have it all showing, because you know exactly what's running on your system. And if you have like 20 icons down here, it means you've got a lot of background bloatware that you could disable or turn off and remove from your startup menu. So just sharing that, I had to re-enable them all. And then if you have any icons that are just stubborn, like you've clicked on, but it's still hiding behind this little arrow, just try keeping it on and then rebooting and then check the menu again and make sure, and it might be off again. You try just re-enabling it and that'll fix it, because I ran into that. One more thing, the last thing I want to tell you guys, because I'll let you guys, like, you've already probably seen the developer previews, videos on by other YouTubers, and they've already thoroughly explained it. There's nothing really new here in terms of developer to beta. It's more just things that you want to be aware of if you're going to try this out. Is when you first install it, when it gets to the desktop sign-in, it'll briefly, like if you've got automatic sign-in enabled, it'll briefly appear like signing in. It'll come to your desktop, and then it'll say getting Windows ready and go to a black screen. And there's not really an OK button. It'll just automatically do it. And if you've gone AFK and you come back to a black screen, you might think that your install is hanged or broken, because I sat on a black screen for over 5 minutes. And 5 minutes is a long time when you're just sitting there staring at your screen, if you didn't know. And I thought maybe the install or something had bugged out, but I could tell that my computer was doing something because my hard drive light kept blinking like crazy the entire time. But then after 5 minutes, the blinking slowed down, and I thought, okay, has this install failed? Like, what's going on? And I think I've seen similar posts about this on Reddit. But basically, I thought, okay, if it's been doing something in the background, it's been optimizing the drivers maybe, it could have desynced the monitor and the driver. And normally when you get monitor desync, the fix for it is to turn your monitor on and off. So when I turned my monitor on and off, it was at the final stages of getting ready, and it said almost done, and there was an animation playing, but that animation was not showing when I at first, until I did the monitor on and off trick. So just making you aware of that. And that's on an NVMe SX8200, 3000 MB a second drive. If you're on a slower SATA or even mechanical hard drive, you could be waiting 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even longer. So I just want to make people aware of that so you don't get stuck in thinking that something's broken. Check your hard drive light, and even if the hard drive light's not blinking very much, also try turning your monitor on and off and just waiting a bit longer. I would probably wait an hour max on a slower drive system. So anyway, just wanted to get that out there, and I'm going to be using Windows 11 for all my future game testing. I'm running ReLive right now, recording the desktop. The only bug I can really report, like apart from getting used to this weird new menu, like I had to disable these recommend. It was recommending programs I'd installed ages ago as a recent app, like kind of weird. There was a bunch of pinned programs here. I just unpinned them all with right click and unpin from start, so that you can just pin whatever you. Basically, I want this is my most recently used, my most commonly used pinned apps. And to get back to your standard start menu, it's as simple as start and all apps. That gets us back to the old school, apps list that we're all used to. So that's not a big deal. All my desktop icons just were exactly as I'd left them on Windows 10. The recycle bin icons updated slightly. And yeah, nothing else too serious to report, just icon changes really. When you go to a video or a file, for example, there's one more thing. If you right click it, and Fabio Pisco pointed this out, if you right click and go and you just want your normal delete button, you have to click show more options to get to delete or rename, like just to get to the old school list. And I don't know how to default to this list yet. I don't know how to set that up. I'm going to have to look into it. Maybe there's a way to do it in the registry, but for now, it's kind of like just a learning curve. Instead of looking for the show more options, I can just simply go to the trash icon to delete something. And I just got to get used to clicking this icon instead of hoping for the old school menu, because that's just kind of annoying to have to use 2 clicks instead of 1. And as well, open with, it still functions the way you'd want it to. So it's not a big deal. And I can still go to properties. Everything's still there. It's just been changed a little bit. So, copy, cut, what's this? Rename. That's a weird icon for rename. But you know what I mean? Like the functionality is there. Let's share. I didn't even try that. But just a learning curve, nothing too big. And yeah, just sharing that so that you guys can know what to expect. It's mainly that black screen thing. Like that could fool anyone. If I had been AFK and I didn't see the getting ready thing pop up, I would have assumed that I was like on a hang, like on a stuck install or something, when really it was just getting ready for a long time. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.